Everything's good, baby. I'll be with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
The judge lost his mind in the courtroom when the footage of Diddy's mother dropped. You'd think the guy had seen it all, but what this mother was doing with her son shook him to his core. The court was ready for what should be an 8-week-long marathon trial involving Diddy. Diddy's mom made her entrance decked out in designer clothes. She walked in like she owned the place, showing up to back her son no matter what. But then the judge arrived, and suddenly everything snapped into strict order. The first thing he did was lock down the courtroom rules, making it clear that no one was leaving until the day's trial was finished. Everyone knew this was serious now. And then Diddy caught a glimpse of his mother, looking pale, knowing something heavy was about to go down. The first piece of evidence played, and it was footage that no one expected. Diddy is seen kissing his mother on the lips. Yes, you heard that right.
Everything's good, baby. I'll be with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
The judge looked like he'd swallowed a lemon. You could almost hear the room collectively going, "Wait, what? Why would a grown man over 50 be kissing his mother like that?"
I think that is inappropriate for a 50-something-year-old woman to be kissing her son on the lips, you guys. This is kind of strange and weird, you know?
The silence in the room was thick with disbelief and confusion. This wasn't just awkward, it was a whole new level of shocking. The judge's irritation was clear. He wasn't here for this kind of nonsense. But it only got wilder. The next footage rolled, and this time Diddy and Janice were chilling by the pool at his mansion, smoking and hooked up to IV drips like they were at some bizarre health retreat.
So I'm looking at his mother and him on the couch, and both of them are getting IVs after one of the Diddy parties, allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly because I wasn't there and I didn't know, but they showed them both getting IVs on the couch. So my whole thing about this thing is that I'm not saying that she was ever at a freak off, she was ever at that type of party, but you can't tell me Miss Janice Combs, who was always at the regular parties, didn't know nothing about the freak off parties.
Then Diddy calls his mom, Mom Dudes, and talks about taking her to a strip club. He even shows off a crazy dance move with her, doing some sort of stripper floor touching stunt. Imagine an older woman bending like that at her age and on full display.
Introduce you to my mom, called Mom Dukes.
Hi. You got that right.
She come with me to strip club. I don't care. Real. It's my dog. You know, I want to live life. Keep moving.
Don't stop.
She could touch the floor with her palms. You know. Flat. Oh. Take pew pew pew.
Then there was a dating show Diddy organized for his mom, where he called her picky about men.
Yeah, my mom's is single. Mom's is single. I ain't gonna hate on my mom's. She's single. Me and my mom talked about one time doing a dating show with her. And she's so picky. She's so picky, they don't stand. But
Everyone in court was stunned, wondering how this all fit into the bigger picture. And that's when the big question hit the room like a freight train. Was Janice the one who set all this wild behavior in motion? Was she the mastermind behind Diddy's freak-off attitude and the darker stuff like sexual trafficking? The answers started to come through when the court played her early years documentary. Everyone's jaw dropped. Janice wasn't always just a mom. Her past was wild and messy in a way that mirrored what Diddy is dealing with today. Allegedly, Janice wasn't doing your typical 9-to-5. Word on the street is that she was in the business of pants down and pole work. Yep, she was a sex worker. The court also learned that Janice used to throw insane parties at her Mount Vernon home. We're talking drug-fueled, sex-heavy wild nights that shaped the environment Diddy grew up in.
Miss Janice Combs allegedly threw wild sex charge parties at her Mount Vernon home when Diddy was young, according to a childhood friend who believes these bashes may have inspired his freak-offs.
Diddy's childhood friend, Tim Dog Patterson, gave his 2 cents, saying those parties made risky behavior feel normal for Diddy. It shaped how he saw the world and how he acted in it.
A childhood friend is now speaking out in one of these documentaries, the one that's called Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy, he's coming out and saying that Janice Combs was throwing these kinds, her own version of freak-off parties in the 70s, okay? Just getting groovy and everything, all right? In Harlem. This is absolutely, one, just disturbing and disgusting, because you got kids, you got littles running around, seeing all this.
Mom Duke know how to have a good time. She ain't sitting in the house playing. They outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club. I don't care. Real.
Imagine being a kid hearing your mom's wild escapades with men you don't even know. No wonder Diddy turned out the way he did. The court could almost feel the weight of those memories hanging in the room. Janice tried to hide her shame, bowing her head, avoiding anyone's gaze. The judge stared her down, but she just stared at the floor, like it might swallow her whole. And here's where it gets even messier. The judge and jury started digging and found out this freak-off lifestyle wasn't just a one-generation thing. Diddy's own sons are starting to fall into the same patterns. King Combs, his eldest, faced a lawsuit back in 2022 over sexual assault claims at a yacht party, with drugs reportedly fueling the scene.
A woman filed a lawsuit against King, alleging that in late 2022, right before New Year's Eve, King assaulted her on a yacht, specifically sexually assaulted. There was a party going on, she was working it, and she claims that he started to hone in on her, groping her, trying to kiss her. She claims that she tried pushing him off of him, telling her that she didn't want it. And she claims that he continued pressing on and pressing on. In her lawsuit, she actually claims to have audio recordings of this, and she includes transcripts of all of this. And in the transcripts, if they're believed to be true, they do in fact show her trying to tell Christian, hey, leave me alone, I don't want this, leave me alone.
And then there's Justin Combs, briefly detained during a raid but released with no charges.
Diddy's eldest son, Justin Combs, was arrested for a DUI on Sunday morning near Beverly Hills.
No juice.
The 29-year-old was pulled over by police after running how are you drunk at 9 in the morning? Was pulled after running a red light after a preliminary investigation, was cuffed on suspicion of driving under the influence.
The court's final take? No solid evidence tying Justin directly to anything yet, but the whole family's under the microscope. Diddy himself has become a master at this dangerous game, the very one his mom set him up for from a young age. Over the years, he's been tried for countless crimes that seem to echo his upbringing. And when he was arrested, Janice went public, defending him fiercely. She called the accusations a public lynching, demanding his right to a fair trial.
Diddy mom, Janice Combs, releases a statement about her son. My son is not the monster they have painted him to be.
But now, with this latest footage linking her directly to the shady side of things, that defense looks a lot shakier. When the day's trial wrapped up and the courtroom doors opened, Janice quietly bowed her head and slipped out, dodging cameras and reporters.
Yo, y'all gotta move out the way of people, bro. Oh, let me block these niggas, I guess.
And the next day, no Janice at court. No motherly support for Diddy when he needed it most.
Okay, yeah. Look at soft as all them stepping out. Top of the morning, y'all. Top of the morning, y'all. Top of the morning, y'all. That's that vibe, you know what I mean? Coming through, supporting A-Pods, real energy. Real energy, dope vibe. We caught a rare moment from them too, man.
So now the big question everyone's asking is, why was Janice so invested in influencing Diddy this way? Was it all on her? Or did Diddy ever really have a choice in any of this? The courtroom drama might keep unfolding for weeks, but the whispers outside won't stop anytime soon. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you seen a mother-son relationship like this? Please subscribe if you want the latest updates on this crazy story. See you guys in the next one.